They're not a family you want to say, I don't like to do this, because then they know you don't like it, but they make you do it anyway, and then it becomes so much more awkward. So I spent most of my teenage years doing something I did not want to do. And I think I stopped liking it because my parents basically forced me to do it in a specific way, and they forced me to do 20 minutes times 2 a day of practicing. Then I had to sit in a cold car while I waited for my lesson. It was just, It was just another way my parents would indoctrinate me, usually by getting me to church. At some point when I was around 15, I guess my parents noticed that there was a shift in me and noticed that I wasn't as spiritual as I'm supposed to be. Like, nobody is supposed to be spiritual when they are 15. They're a child. And they're not a Christian, they're a child. But for some reason, my mother decided we were not going to celebrate our spiritual birthday, which is kind of like a birthday, but it's like the annual day after when we, I guess, came to Jesus. That sounds even weirder now than it did back then. And they decided they weren't going to celebrate the annual anniversary of me, I guess, starting something with Jesus. That sounds creepy. And I didn't grow enough. Like, who grows when they're 15 spiritually? I mean, you're going through hormones, high school, awkwardness, isolation, just all the above. Like, who has time or energy to read the Bible? You have so much other crap to worry about, so much change going on. I mean, no wonder I didn't spiritually grow. There was nobody there for emotional support. I couldn't talk to my parents about anything. And there really wasn't anything to talk about because I didn't want to spend more time with my parents. I basically went to school with them. I went to church with them. The only time I didn't spend time with them was when I was in the bathroom or when I was asleep. That was the only time I got away from them because I never left the house. And I mean, imagine growing up in a culture that is into things like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and nothing. We didn't go to the theater. We didn't watch movies, not mainstream movies. No radio, no television, no computer. I didn't even have access to a computer until I was a month shy of my 17th birthday. I had no clue what was out there. I wasn't taught evolution. The newspaper, I didn't even read until I was a teenager, and that was extremely conservative. My parents basically had me in a cage, metaphorically speaking. I had nowhere to go. When I turned 18, I tried to get a job. It wasn't until I was 19 I worked some fast food. But it didn't last long. Never did when my parents were involved. It took me till I was